how to do a weight cut and make weight for sports. In this video, we're going to talk about how to make a weight for a competition. If you're cutting weight, a water cut. If you're doing weight loss or just a regular cut, because you don't necessarily need to do a water cut to cut for a weight competition. And I'll tell you how in this video. I do professional arm wrestling, but this could work for any sport. Okay? Towards the middle or the end, I'm going to give you the secret of Todd Hutchings' water jug, okay?
It's, I don't know what 75 ounces in quarts is, but it measures.
Okay. There's a water jug. He has this jug. That might be one of the most important, if not the most important thing when it comes to a weight cut that people fuck up. In my personal experience, I've seen people cut weight and what they do after, and it fucks them. So, defeats the whole purpose. And that's where the secret water jug comes in. I'm going to tell you about the secret water jug towards the end of the video. But let's get into weight cutting and water cutting, which are two separate things, and actual weight loss. So I feel like there's categories, okay? So I was 236 when I started. I lost 10 pounds in 3 days without sweating out. All right, it's like 4 weeks out from Arizona State. I'm going to be pulling 220s, so a little bit less than 4 weeks. Let's see, it's May 11th. So I got 15 pounds to go. My goodness. Well, I'll be cutting the 220s, so that's going to be fun. All right, I weighed myself 2 days ago on May 11th. It's May 13th, 2 days. We are 3 weeks out from Arizona State on June 7th, trying to make 230 or 220s. I'm down 7 pounds. Let's fucking ride, baby. Let's ride. All right, guys, it's Wednesday, May 14th. Yesterday was Tuesday the 13th. Yesterday I weighed in at 229 pounds. So let's see what I am now. Oh, here we go. Let's go, baby. I did lose a lot of water, but I didn't even do a water cut. I just did keto, okay? Doing keto, inadvertently, you're gonna let out water and you're gonna let out glycogen stores. Glycogen is like minerals, like in your muscles, okay? You think about a bag of sugar, a bag of salt, when you start to pee out and flush out all those electrolytes, your body has a hard time holding on to retaining water because you're starting to flush everything out and you're not introducing the same amount of salt or sugar or carbs. Carbs, sugar, and salt, they make you hold on to water. So naturally, if you cleaned up your diet and you stopped eating shit, you're gonna release water weight. Okay, so it was Sunday night when I was 236, and then on Tuesday night, I was 226. All I did was not eat breakfast for 3 days. When I broke my fast, because I would eat dinner at 7 p.m., I broke my fast at noon or 1 o'clock, depending on how I felt. So in the morning, I do, I don't like black coffee, but I would do the 0-calorie energy drinks. But be careful, because the white Monster and the purple Monster and the 0-calorie, 0-sugar Monster has 3 to 6 carbs, depending on which one you eat. And I don't like that because I like to drink 2 of those motherfuckers, and that's 12 carbs. So I don't do any carb. It's keto. You could buy, my favorite thing to do, and there's a million recipes out there, so just look. I do keto tortillas with chicken and cheese and spinach wraps with sriracha. Because you're not ingesting that many electrolytes because of the diet restrictions, I would say, pay attention to your salt intake because you will start to cramp, okay? And just so you guys know, I'm not a doctor. This is all for entertainment purposes. But believe it or not, water cuts are very dangerous, okay? They're very dangerous. I once did a 16-pound water cut, and I fell over in the grocery store like an old person just because I was all fucked up. So just be careful. And if you don't replenish the right way, you're gonna be really bad at whatever sport you're trying to do, totally dehydrated. And that's one of the secret to Todd Hutchings' water jug that we'll talk about at the end of this, okay? But so for the 3 days, I had just keto, so that means no carbs, no sugar, just meat, just protein and fats. But I really don't do that many fats. If I do fats, it's, organic olive oil from Sprouts or Whole Foods, and I lather the pan up. I'm not shy with it. And then I do 6 eggs. Okay? If I eat breakfast, I don't eat breakfast, so I'll eat, like, if I get home and I'm ravenous before dinner, I'll just eat 6 scrambled eggs. But for during the day, I don't eat anything. I drink 2 liters of soda water. I buy the soda waters from Walmart. They're fucking amazing. I love them. I drink the soda water. I drink 0 sugar, 0 everything, electrolyte drinks. And then if I really want to cut more weight faster, I don't do any electrolytes. And I don't do any salt. That's where the cramps come in. But you don't ingest any electrolytes, and you're going to the water's just going to rip right off you. So then at night, I just do a taco salad bowl. So that's spinach, lettuce, cheese, cucumbers, onions, tomatoes, and 2 pounds of fucking beef. And if I'm still hungry, I eat more meat. The biggest recommendation I can make is just eat more meat. If you fucking eat meat all day, you're not going to eat Snickers, you're not going to eat chips, you're not going to eat cookies. And look into it. Don't take my advice for it, but I can't believe how many people don't know about prolonged fasting or intermittent fasting, and the Western diet as a whole is just fucking poison, bro. Like, my friend's like, okay, well, I ran 6 miles, and then I came home and ate 2 bowls of Kellogg's cereal. I'm like, motherfucker, I could run for an hour and burn 440 calories. Do you realize that's like 1 Snickers bar and like, a Gatorade? Like, you're going to eat more than that the whole day. So, let's see. Here's some chips right here because, I'm already fucking down 20-something pounds. This shit has 140 calories in 12 chips. So if you ate 2 servings of chips, so if you had 24 chips, okay, that would be basically a 20 to 30 minute run, and you're zeroed out, okay? You're zeroed out. You need to understand calorie deficit. I'm very sensitive to carbs, so I get lightheaded when I try to lift heavy. I feel like shit when I don't eat. When it comes to weightlifting, okay, when it comes to strength, fasting and running, I love it. I could go 3 days, 4 days without eating before I start to run into issues. But remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not your doctor. Don't listen to me. I'm a guy on the internet. But when I recommend a prolonged fast to somebody, they think I'm fucking crazy. And I'm like, dude, we're 1 week out from Arizona State. My friend's 10 pounds away, and he's been running 5 or 6 miles a day, but then he goes home and eats cereal. I'm like, bro, just don't eat anything. And if you have to eat, like, say you're a day and a half into the fast, and if you have to fucking eat only meat. No electrolyte, no sugar, no salt, and no carbs. Dude, starch is gonna bloat you like hard as fuck. Okay, so like I said, all I did was I did really hard keto for 3 days. My eating window was about 7 hours. So I would eat between, 12, 1 o'clock to like 6 or 7 at night. But even then, it was very minimal what I ate. What I ate was 2 keto wraps for lunch and like sticks of cheese. Okay, I come home, if I have to eat, which I would not all the time I have to eat. I would say for the 3 days that I did this, I wasn't even hungry. Okay, but if I had to eat 6 eggs, and then at dinner's right at 6:37, the taco bowl. Okay, I did that for 3 days. I lost 10 pounds. Very easy, very easy. That wasn't even the water cut yet. That wasn't even taking stuff to like have, heavy bowel movements. So I could have lost more, but like I could have just gone right into a sweat, take a few laxatives, down 20 pounds. There's another way to do it though if you don't have time to like do that. But I would highly recommend looking into prolonged fasting, which I love, and it's super healthy for you. But again, I'm not a doctor, so go fucking look it up. But a lot of doctors, I don't know about all that. And yeah, you get paid to fucking shun and shill drugs, motherfucker. It's the Western diet, right? You want us all fat and plump and sick and, eating, you gotta eat. But like, a lot of people, they're like, well, isn't it unhealthy not to eat for that long? And I'm like, nah, that's what you've been like fucking tricked into believing, man. The pyramid food thing when we were in school was like snack every 30 minutes. Yeah, snack every 30 minutes so you can get an insulin spike and become diabetic. What the fuck? No, never in human history was there so much availability to calorically dense foods, or just any food for that matter. It's only in the last 50 years that 30 minutes of running is the equivalent to one fucking Chips Ahoy cookie. Think about it. My wife, she goes to CrossFit, then she goes running, and then she eats like a salad and then like boiled eggs, and she doesn't lose any weight. She's like, why am I not losing any weight? I'm like, you had 3 tortillas at your mom's house last night, and then you had a bagel with breakfast. That's all it takes. All of your exercise was the equivalent to 3 tortillas and 1 bagel. Fucking zeroed out. You're not going to gain and you're not going to lose. So be very, I would say, count carbs, count calories, look into intermittent fasting. But if you're 1 week out, you can also do what is known as a water loading. You do water loading, and then right at the end, you just shut everything down. Okay? Ooh, I'm a little dried out right now. I just cramped. My titty cramp. Ow. Okay. Wait. Okay. So, let's say you're going to do a water loading, and this is later on to do a sweat out at the end. You're 1 week out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you water load. 2 gallons of water. You should be peeing 12 times a day. Bro, you should be peeing all fucking day long. It's terrible. You drink 2 gallons of water Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Wednesday, you start tapering out the carbs. Okay? On Wednesday night, you don't have any carbs. Okay? You can have like whatever. Wednesday morning, midday. Wednesday night, start no carbs. Okay? On Thursday morning, you can have some water on Thursday morning. Okay, so you drink water Wednesday night, you drink another gallon Thursday morning. After that gallon on Thursday morning, nothing. You're gonna pee all day Thursday. In fact, you'll be heavier than when you started. You're gonna fucking piss all day Thursday, bro. You're gonna be like a racehorse. Then, so you should be peeing all day Thursday, and on Thursday, no salt, no carbs. You can have sugar, but I don't recommend sugar. Sugar's bad for you. Make you go blind and make you diabetic. But if you're trying to weight cut, just don't do any sugar on Thursday or Friday. But on Thursday, you can have whatever you want for breakfast. But so while you're drinking the water Thursday morning, and you can have whatever you want Thursday morning. After that breakfast, it's time to lock the fuck in. No salt, no carbs, no sugar. Just meat, okay? And then no water. That's it. You're done drinking until fucking weigh-ins. So Thursday morning, you have your last little thingy, right? Breakfast, water, pound that last jug. You're going to spend the rest of your day not eating and peeing on Thursday. You're going to pee Thursday night. Sweat out, maybe if you're comfortable with it, do a little walk Thursday night. Friday morning, do a little sweat out, a little 10-minute sweat out. Go sit. The key to sweating out where I fucked up in the past is I went too hard, too fast, and I couldn't finish it.
12, 15 pounds or so. No, 10% would be 20. Yeah, I would lose between 10 and 20 pounds in the sauna. Before you start putting...
You will get overheated if you live in a hot area and you go out in the middle of the day because you think, oh, it's hotter in the middle of the day. I'm going to go run in a sweatsuit. It will fucking nuke your ass and you're going to be all heat stroked. Then you're going to be like ruined for the rest of the day on Friday and you won't make it. Trust me. So I would say Thursday morning, or Friday morning, do like 5, 10 minutes of light walking with the hoodie. On Friday morning, you can have a black coffee. And that liquid is gonna help you go to the bathroom and kind of get thermogenic to help you start sweating. On Friday morning, get a little small workout in to keep your metabolism high, and to do a small little sweat. Make sure you sweat on Friday morning. Okay. Then later that day, it doesn't even to be like you can wait 2 or 3 hours. Middle of the day Friday, do a heavy sweat session. Maybe 1 hour of walking, or, do a sauna session. 10 minutes of the sauna, get out. Go back in, 10 minutes in the sauna, get out. Go back in, 10 minutes in the sauna. you gotta listen to your body and you know, whatever's comfortable for your schedule. If you have to do it all at once, you're not gonna be able to release all the sweat all at once. It's like something that happens over time. The most I've ever lost in like a 2-hour heated fucking gym with no AC, of 2 hours of jiu-jitsu training in a gi, right, with the heater, like the AC off, so it's like deliberately 100 degrees in the warehouse. 2 hours of wrestling. So anyone who knows about wrestling, it's a hard workout. The most I've ever lost in in a single session is 3 pounds of sweat. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. You know, I would say just do a bunch of little sessions throughout the day and pace yourself. Because if you have to, then at the very end, if you go and make weight, or you go to make weight, you go to weigh-ins and you don't make it, well, go fucking early, take your sweatsuit with you and a jump rope, and then you go out into the sun. But at that point, you're already going to be kind of like dehydrated and dizzy with a headache, feeling like shit. So be careful, because I've done that. I've been on my last little leg, falling over at the grocery store, like loading up on electrolytes, getting ready to like replenish, falling over like an old person trying to figure shit out. So right before weigh-ins, get there early. Take a scale with you. So if you travel, when I travel in a fucking sweatsuit with a scale on me. And I'm just like every hour, like I sweat. I'm gonna like change my shirt, because your shirt's gonna get soaked underneath the sweatsuit or the hoodie while you're driving. And like, you want to take it off, put a new one on. Same thing, wear sweats, get multiple pairs of sweats. Because your sweat's underneath my knees while I'm driving. I put the heater on and I sweat a lot on my hamstrings. I love it. It's like, but I need to, when I'm cutting weight, I love it. I gotta fucking, but I'm just like, oh, thank God. Because trust me, once you start to do the sweat, like all of a sudden your body just stops wanting to release water, and it's hard to like get that last little bit of water out. So when I'm sweating, nowhere else is sweating. I got the sweat on the back of my thighs, like sitting while I'm driving. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. When you get to weigh-ins, I've done this. I was 1 pound over, sweating the whole drive. Okay, 1 pound over, 16-pound water cut. I went in the bathroom, I drizzled out like 2 drops of pee. And then I'm like, oh my God, my underwear's like soaking wet. I took my underwear off. I walked out there in just shorts. Lost 1.5 pounds right there, dude. I was over, then I wasn't over. So, you know, make sure your clothing's dry. Make sure you have like a change of clothes. All right, now the secret. Todd Hutchings' secret fucking jug. So, long story short, just be careful. But there's a lot of ways to do it. I don't like waiting to the end anymore. I've learned the hard way. That shit fucks you up. You can do, if you're 5 pounds away, no problem. Just don't eat anything. Take a huge shit and sweat out right before, on Friday. Don't eat any dinner on Thursday night. Black coffee Friday morning. Take a shit. Go sweat out. You made it. 5 pounds is fucking nothing. Just don't eat anything. Easy. 10 pounds, you're going to do to make your life easy, do the water load. Okay, do the water load and then fast at the end. Sweat it out. Anything more than that, you're getting into serious territory, and, I'd be very strategic. If you want to cut that much fucking weight, don't wait all the way to the end in the first place. Start intermittent fasting 3 weeks out. Do a prolonged fast at your leisure 1 month before. Like, start losing the weight before you even get there. But, I'm telling you, be careful with that shit. Not the fasting. Be careful with the extreme water cutting. But regardless of all of that, the most important part, if you're cutting weight for a competition, is what you consume the night before the competition, right after weigh-ins. I have seen people cut 10 pounds of water and then go to an all-you-can-eat buffet and eat piles and piles of protein.
10 and 20 pounds in the sauna. Before you start putting solid food back into your stomach after cutting all that weight, you should replenish all that water you lost. So if you cut 15 pounds in the sauna, you just fill that up to the 5 pound level, crawl into a bathtub, fill that bathtub full of Epsom salts, and sip this water 3 times.
Did you shit out 10 pounds of steak? No, you sweat out salt, minerals, electrolytes, glycogen in water. Water! You sweat out 10 pounds of water. You didn't sweat out fucking steak. So many people go to eat hard food right after. Dude, you do not eat steak. It's the hardest to digest. Okay? I'm going to tell you right now, bro. Last year at Arizona State, I did this with a friend because he was having to cut a lot of weight. And he did everything I told him, and like, he's like, holy shit. It's like, I just lost all this weight since Thursday. And I'm like, what happens when you don't eat dog shit? You know, you're going to like already sweat out glycogen and fucking sweat when you're not eating Big Macs. Nuclear warheads from Taco Bell. That just got so much fucking salt in it, bro. You're going to lose 2 pounds of salt just from not eating junk food if you're a junk food person. Okay. So when I weighed in, I was 218 at Arizona State on Friday afternoon. Went straight to a ramen noodle joint. Oh my God, a giant bowl of liquid and salt. And what are the noodles? What are the noodles? Carbs! They're fucking carbs so you can restore the glycogen, man. You want that filthy fucking pump back. Pedialyte. Water. More fucking water. Dude, you gotta drink so much fucking water when you're done with this shit. If you really did a real sweat, you did a real, like, hard sweat out, you need to replenish your electrolytes so you hold on to all the water that you drink. Electrolytes is magnesium, potassium, sodium, and some other ones. But listen to me, man. I wouldn't even eat meat. I'll tell you why. Because you have limited time on how much you can put in your body in that small amount of time. And eating meat or protein is going to slow down your digestion. And it's going to like take a long time for that shit to go through and your body absorb all the nutrients and stuff. You want to spike glycogen and drive that shit into the muscle. And that's why bodybuilding gyms have fucking ice cream parlors and shit. Because they're all taking drugs and they need to like do all that. But you could get a dirty pump in the gym, man. Eat a high carb meal and then, you know, eat like some sugar right before the gym. And holy shit, you ever see somebody eating candy in their gym? Yeah, it's to get the pump, baby. All right, but listen. The jug in Todd Hutchings' video is genius. Somebody sent that to him. That's not even his thing, but he's like, oh, this is a pro tip. Because on the jug, it tells you how much of the jug you have to drink to put back on pounds. So if you drink like half of the jug, it's 2 pounds. If you drink the whole jug, it's 5 pounds. That is genius. Because it just goes to show you how much of a jug you're going to have to drink to like just replenish part of what you lost. That's what people don't get. Like, so when I went to Tijuana Nationals, fuck, dude, I was so full. I was so full from drinking so much water and electrolytes. I started late. Hold on. I was eating a spinach wrap earlier. Hold on. Oh, what do you know here? We got a little secret fridge. Hold on, I gotta move my light to get to my fridge. 0 sugar grapefruit soda. Got a little, oh yeah, 0. Oh, what is this? 0 sugar, baby. Let's go. Spinach in my teeth, man, so I can poop later. All right, here we go. So, fucking, where was I? No, yeah, so I didn't drink enough for Mexican Nationals, and I felt like I didn't go up that much in weight, because I was 220, or sorry, I was, I made 220, 100 kg, so I was 199.5 when I weighed in, and the next day, I had only gone up 7 pounds, so I was 227, and I'm like, after everything I just ate, drank, etc., I felt like that wasn't that much, because I dropped from 236, so think about that for a second. Hold on, let me fix my light. So, if you think about it, like, fuck, that's not that much. 227, I was 236, so I'm like, not even back. I'm not even back to what I was. Now, let's go to fucking Arizona State, 218. And so this was 2024, last year. 218 at weigh-ins. I did. And I was very strategic. Said, no, hey, peace out. I'm going to weigh in. Ramen noodle shop, rice, salt, fucking soy sauce. After I carved up and after I ingested a bunch of sodium, I had electrolytes in my car. I had a gallon of water in my car. I'm slamming all that. Went straight to an ice cream shop. Ice cream to drive all the carbs into the muscle. Dude, I can't remember if I was 232 or 236, but holy fuck, I was so heavy the next day. I gained like 14 pounds, bro. I was like, oh shit. I did good that day. I got 5th place in amateurs. Here we go. And then, no, I got 5th place in pros, and I got 7th place in amateurs. How about them apples? That's Arizona State for your ass right there. Anyways, it's a long-ass video. But it's arm wrestling, man. It's fucking arm wrestling. So the biggest takeaway from this, I would say, if there's one thing that you couldn't fucking fuck up on, you did the weight cut, you made weight. What do? Don't eat any meat. Carb the fuck up. Electrolytes, gallon of water. Cancel your plans, because if you ain't pissing all night, you did it like, you're going to have to pee. You're going to have to pee, and if you're not peeing, there should be an alarm going off in your head telling you that you did something wrong. You should be peeing all fucking morning the next day. You should be pumped. Your grip should be tight. If you're still dehydrated and you didn't do it right, you're going to feel weak in the morning. If you did it right, you're going to feel pumped, man. You're going to have a fucking vein you're going to have a vein in your arm at breakfast, man. You're going to be so pumped from all the salt and potassium and magnesium. It's going to be great. So, yeah, let's do a little roundup here, because I get lost in transition. I forget what I talk about, but you shouldn't wait till the last minute to do it. But if you do the 1 week water loading, there's other videos on the internet about it if you want like very detailed. But I would just say, look up water loading. You could lose a lot. You could lose like, 10 to 16 pounds is what I always do. But I feel like that's too much to recover from that Friday night, Most arm wrestling competitions start Saturday morning, and weigh-ins are usually in the late afternoon, so like from 5 to 7. So basically, you have like, less than 24, you have like 16, 18 hours to replenish. That's not enough. I think it's not enough. It can take you days to properly rehydrate. So I feel like the best advice is don't do a 16-pound water cut. If you're lazy and you're going to do 10 pounds, that's more reasonable. But even then, I would say rely on keto 2 to 3 weeks out to get you, to that 7-8 pound mark, right? You'll lose a little bit of weight like that and you'll be healthier. And then boom, you still do the water loading, because it's going to help no matter what. The water loading will always help, because you're going to flush out all the minerals and salt. On Thursday, when you shut it down Wednesday night or Thursday morning and you stop all salt and carbs and glycogen, you're going to be pissing out all the minerals, man. All the minerals, shit's just going to flush right out of you. You're going to lose, the weight's going to come off like crazy. But I always say the less of a water cut that you have to do, the better. Greg Brown TV, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. If you found value, there it is. There's that little fucker, dude. Did I get it? Got it. If you found value, like, subscribe. Arizona State, checking in. 1 week out, 222s. Yeah.